What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yoga with April. If you're new here, what's up? Thanks for hanging out. Make sure you subscribe to be notified of all of my videos when they post. And yeah, I love the comments. I love the questions. Keep them coming. You guys inspire me to keep doing these and keep posting these flows. So it's so appreciated. And if you've been hanging out here, you've been hanging around for a few classes, for however many classes, thanks for always coming back. You already know your support means so much to me. So yeah, let's jump right into it today. When I was making this class, I honestly just put some of my favorite movements and my favorite poses into this. And what came to my mind was like, find Zen. Like, so we'll still have like, it'll like be a vinyasa based flow most of the time, but I just want you to find some Zen, and I find Zen by having some really good breath with movement. I call it my moving meditation, so hopefully that can transfer to you in some way, shape, or form here. And we're gonna get started. I won't be cueing props, but always have them, always have them. We'll be doing some runner lunges, we'll be doing some side angle. So yeah, we'll be doing a side angle. So there could be good opportunities to use your props if you do have any. I'm actually gonna use the block to just sit on today because we're gonna start in a seat. So a block, pillow, bolster, whatever you'd like to do. Just go ahead and start in a seat somewhere where the hips are kind of above the knees. Those knees will drive down towards the mat here, and just bring one hand to each knee and just start to close the eyes. Settle down, find that calming sensation here. Remembering that we don't rush from point A to point B, we simply just want to let ourselves arrive in our own time. So when we're rushing these things, sometimes I think we lose sense of that present moment, we lose sense of the breath, we just really don't have a time to just be, right? So just simply allow yourself to be here. Kind of getting those fidgets away. You can roll the shoulders away from the ears for a few rounds if that would feel good. Start just letting those eyes get nice and heavy, or just simply gaze down the bridge of your nose. Try to puff up the chest, so keep that spine nice and lifted. We want a nice long spine. And settle with heavy hips. And kind of just let the hands fall where they may. If you want to move them to make that more comfortable, please go ahead and do so. And now together we'll find about 3 deep inhales and exhales. So go ahead and clear this next breath out of your system. And as you inhale for this second round, or this first round rather, have a nice deep inhale in. Slow and steady exhale out. Another big inhale up and down the spine. And exhale, let it go. Last inhale here. Inhale some love, inhale some gratitude. And exhale whatever we don't need for this class today. Beautiful. Welcome to class. So you can keep your eyes closed if you would like to, but if you do have yourself propped up on a block or whatever it may be, you might want to move that as we get into some of our seated portion of class. So go ahead and bring the hands back to the knees. I want you to inhale, let the shoulders chase the ears. Then as you exhale, those elbows get heavy towards the ground. And you just keep going here. So find a grip that works for you on the knees as you start to make these circles. Finishing up just a few more rounds here. Beautiful. Let's come back to center, and this time we'll focus solely just on the neck. So not doing too many things at once today. We're just gonna kind of separate them as we go. So with the neck, I want that chin to go towards the chest. As you inhale, let right ear drop to right shoulder. Slow gaze up towards the sky. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. And that chin comes right back down to the chest. And definitely please play around with this. Find a pace or a cadence rather that would work for you. That just feels good. Always encourage the eyes closed, at least when we are warming up during our practices. So you're really just kind of in tune with yourself, with the body. You're not really worried about all the external factors that we all have that can easily distract us. Go ahead and start switching that rotation if that feels like something that you'd like to do today. So dropping left ear first. Beautiful. Meet me back in that center state. So chin is nice and tucked still towards the chest. Keep that neck nice and long. Bring the hands to the heart and find a nice deep breath. Big inhale and exhale. Now this time as you inhale, let those hands go up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, we find a twist. Let that left hand find a home somewhere on the right knee. And just a subtle gaze over this right shoulder. Try to find 2 to 3 rounds of breath here, knowing that we want to keep that spine nice and lifted. Don't worry too much about the depth of this twist. Worry more about the length of the spine. Inhale back to center. Those hands will chase the sky. And then as you exhale, go ahead and switch those sides. That right hand will find a home on the left knee as you gaze subtly over the left shoulder. One more round of breath. Beautiful. Come back to center. Big inhale up. Now this time as you exhale, drop that right hand down. Bend into that right elbow as you extend left arm up over long towards the right side. Find some pulses if that would feel good. I always like to pulse when I'm in this position. So you just kind of gently bend the right elbow. Let this left palm face the ground as you find an extension through this left side. Now everyone, make sure you're extending this left arm out long. Big, big inhale. As you exhale, let the left hand come into the front of your space. Left hand will find a home on the mat. As you inhale, right hand high, gaze to follow. And always, if you've been here, I'm sure you've heard me say this time and time again, everything I say is simply a requirement. It's never... everything I say is simply a suggestion. It's never a requirement. So if the pulsing does not work for you today or ever, just tune in. You can keep this nice and still as you extend this right arm up long. Big inhale, find that nice extension. Exhale, right hand's gonna go through towards the top of your space. Drop that right hand down. Inhale, left hand high. Exhale, slowly start to switch. Inhale, right hand high. Keep going here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Last round. Exhale. And inhale. Switching that side one more time to get that left big inhale. And this time as you exhale, bring it all back towards heart center. Beautiful work. Go ahead and cross over those ankles. Meet me in a tabletop position. And while we're here, let's work on the wrist a little bit. So everyone check in. Just make sure the hips and knees are in line with each other. Shoulders are above the wrist. And just start making circles with the shoulders. Nothing too intense today if you don't feel like it. Of course, if you would like to intensify this, you can start channeling or turning rather the fingers towards the knees. I've been into like a really manifestation channeling vibe lately. I'm like, everything, you gotta speak it into existence sometimes. Manifest it all. So I was like, channel your fingers towards your knees. Like, some things maybe not, you know? Let's come back to that center state, so that neutral tabletop position. Right foot's what we're working with. I want you to kick that right foot towards the back of your space and then extend it out towards the right side of your space. Really try to work on sealing the outer edge blade of the right foot as you lift the inner arch. And we're gonna work our cat-cows like this today, friends. So as you inhale, drop the belly, shift the gaze. Exhale, slowly tuck and round. Big inhale, belly drops. And exhale. Now you'll know with this, if you are not familiar with like this cat-cow variation, it's very, very easy to lose awareness in the right leg. So I want you to keep checking in on that and make sure you're really pushing that right foot into the ground to really get that nice stretch through the hamstring, through the IT band. do 3 more here. Last one. Now come on back to that center state. We're going to keep this right leg extended out long. Push into this right hand, push into it super, super hard as you inhale, left hand towards the left side of your space. And then as you exhale, we're going to thread the needle this way. So left hand comes towards that right foot in any way, shape, or form. Your right hand, whatever is your vibe today, whatever is your Zen vibe. Maybe you want to find a bind or a half bind so that right hand can find a home on that lower back, or it can find a home on that left hip crease. If you want to really extend through this right side a little bit as you anchor down into this left shoulder, you can extend this right arm out long, popping up on those fingertips. And just kind of breathe here. Keep the eyes nice and closed. If you can, maybe this left hand can actually touch your right foot. You can always grab a grip there. I kind of like this variation just because I let my right foot do a lot of work here. I just let it kind of push in, maybe even like lift your heel up a little bit. Anything to get some more heaviness to that left shoulder to separate it gets the job done. All right, we're gonna come out of this nice and slow. So just bring that right hand back in front of your eyes. As you push into that, you'll inhale to unwind. And we exhale, bring it all back in towards that neutral tabletop position. And you'll kick that left foot back and then extend it over towards the left side of your space as you seal the outer edge blade of that left foot down. And we'll work those same cat-cows here. So just take your time, inhaling to drop the belly, raise the chest. Exhale slowly to tuck and round. And always, it goes without being said, but always a gentle reminder, you can linger in any one of these positions if it does feel good. Let's find 3 more. Last one. Awesome. Let's keep that left hand firmly planted this time as you inhale, right hand towards that right side of your space, and then exhale, thread it on through. Dropping that right shoulder. Making any micro adjustments that you might need. And always a good rule of thumb if you're ever wondering like what should I do on this side, just always copy the other side. So whatever you do with that right arm, feel free to do it with the left. Find 2 more nice steady inhales and exhales. Even as a yoga teacher, I like tune out sometimes. I was like looking at my plant in that blue vase. I was like, oh, I really like that plant. Just casual thoughts. Let's bring that left hand back in front of the eyes. Big inhale as you twist to unwind, and then exhale, come back to that tabletop position. And from that tabletop position, go ahead and tuck the toes, lift the knees, push those hips back, find downward facing dog. Take your time here, my friends. So point and flex the toes. Maybe you lift the toes up, drive the heels down. Really push both of these hands into the mat just to extend the arms nice and long. And just sway the hips here left to right. Three deep breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more nice deep inhale. And exhale, sigh it out. Now go ahead and work some spinal waves here. So we'll get into the spine a bit from this downward facing dog. So you inhale until your plank-like pose. Really undulate through the spine. And then as you exhale, you bend the knees, push the hips back, downward facing dog. And keep going with that same movement. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, down.
I never really give like an actual like round of these to do. I just ask that you keep going, like don't stop, like let your inhales always float you to the top of your space and let your exhales push you on back. Let's all meet in that downward facing dog. Now from here, as you inhale, bring the right foot towards the sky. Exhale, right foot top of mat. Stay off that left knee, so we come right into that runner's lunge. Again, this is a great place to have blocks if you would like them here, or I just come on my fingertips sometimes as well. And just always check in with your hips. Try to keep those nice and low and just start kind of swaying like I am, back and forth. If you do have the space to put both of your hands on the ground, this might be another way to get into the wrist a little bit as well. Go ahead and find modified pyramid, so straighten that right leg as much as it feels good for you as you drive into the sole of that left foot. Inhale back to this runner's lunge, really pull the chest through. This is your inhale. And now as you exhale, come to downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot high. Exhale, left foot top of mat. Runner lunge sways. Ooh, I'm gonna start saying that in class. I feel like I say so much to help us all sway that's a nice, short, sweet way to say it. Runner's lunge sways. Upward facing dog with the chest. Kind of just flirt with that balance, pushing it towards the top of your space, driving it back. Modified pyramid when you're ready, so extend that left leg nice and long. Push into this back right foot. Just kind of let the torso, let the chest topple over this left leg. Inhale back to your runner's lunge. And exhale, downward facing dog. From here, let's inhale, right foot high. Exhale, right foot top of mat. Runner's lunge is where we're heading. Inhale to settle. And now as you exhale, cross your left ankle behind your right. Big inhale as you root to rise with those ankles nice and crossed. And now as you exhale, those hands come through heart center and you unwind those ankles. Beautiful. Inhale, hands nice and high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot back, right foot back, downward facing dog. Moving to that left side, big inhale. And exhale. Inhale, chest comes through. Exhale, cross right ankle behind left. Inhale, root to rise, bring it on up. And exhale, hands through heart center, slowly start to unwind. Let's keep going like that. Same pace, same cadence. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Big inhale, halfway. Exhale, left foot back, right foot back, plank pose, downward facing dog. And now instead of vinyasas today, we're gonna do upward facing dog. So all you do is gaze in between the thumbs, big inhale, pull yourself on through, those elbows will bend. Stay here for a moment just to linger, get into the back. And now come back to your downward facing dog by bending those knees. Beautiful job. Inhale, right foot high. Exhale, right foot top of mat. Inhale, chest through. Exhale, left ankle behind right. Inhale as you root to rise. Exhale, unwind, hands through heart center. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Big inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot high. Exhale, left foot top of mat. Big inhale, stay in this runner's lunge. Exhale, right ankle behind left. Inhale, nice and high. Exhale, unwind, hands through heart center. I literally almost went to crescent lunge, so if you were watching, you're like, what was she doing? My bad. Well, we made it here, friends. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Big inhale, halfway. Exhale, left foot back, right foot back, downward facing dog. Let's do 2 more rounds just like that. Let's find our upward facing dog from here before we start that 3rd round. So as you inhale, glide on through. Find a breath. Exhale, push those hips back. Inhale, right foot high. Exhale, right foot top of mat. Inhale, length. Exhale, cross. Inhale, rise. Exhale, unwind. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Right foot goes back, left foot goes back, downward facing dog. Left foot goes high on that inhale. Exhale, left foot top of mat. Big inhale, spine stays nice and long. Exhale, cross right ankle behind left. Inhale, scoop this on up. Exhale, unwind, hands through heart center. Beautiful work. Last round coming up. Big inhale and exhale. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, left foot, right foot, downward facing dog. And then find your upward facing dog from here. Meeting back in that downward facing dog. Last round. Inhale, right foot high. Exhale, right foot top of mat. Inhale, length. Exhale, cross left ankle. Big inhale, scoop it up. Exhale, hands through heart center and unwind. Inhale, hands nice and high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Big inhale, halfway. Exhale, right foot back, left foot, and downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot high. Exhale, left foot top of mat. Inhale, length. Exhale, cross. Big inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands through heart center, unwind those ankles. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Big inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, right foot back, left foot back, downward facing dog. Awesome job. Find a breath just in case you did lose that, if that pace got a little bit faster, kind of feeling that heart beating. And when you're ready, we come to this upward facing dog. And then we're going to drop the thighs. So drop the thighs, untuck the toes. This is kind of what we call a seal pose. You can bring your hands closer to the left or right edges of your space. And just like linger here for a bit. So yeah, have those thighs down so we're not working too much. And now slowly bend the elbows. Come on down towards the chest. Now from here, we'll do some oscillating cobras just to unwind. Hands are going to go 10 to 2. So this time as you inhale, rise up. Push the hips into the mat, activate the glutes slightly here, and then as you exhale, come on down. Big inhale, high. Exhale, down. Keep going here, about 4 more rounds. Big, deep breath. I love having my eyes closed, and I do my cobras. Just kind of see what comes up here. Our body is often always talking to us. We just have to open up that door a bit and listen, you know? Next time you find yourself coming back to your mat, bring those hands under your shoulders, come to your tabletop position, and then downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhale, right foot high. Exhale, right foot top of mat. Drop your left heel. Cartwheel those hands open as you rise for warrior 2. Exhale, lunge into that right knee and settle. Find that nice big wingspan as the palms face the ground. Drive the shoulders away from the ears. Let that tailbone tuck in there. Beautiful adjustments. Breathe here with me. So we won't hold this for too long today, but enough for you just to check in. What's this right knee doing? Am I sealing the outer edge blade of my left foot down? 3 steady inhales and exhales, just as you are. Be here with yourself. Be in this pose today with yourself. Inhale, reverse your triangle. So straighten your right leg as your right hand chases the back of your mat. Left hand can just fall on that left leg wherever it's comfortable. Now as you exhale, we come to that side angle pose. So I want that right forearm on that right thigh. As you let this left arm extend out long, palm facing the ground. I'm not really picky on the gaze here. If you are comfortable gazing up towards the sky, maybe by your left armpit, go ahead and do so. Or you can always gaze down at the ground, whatever feels better. But either way, this is kind of our only time. This will be our only time in this position. So I really want you to find a nice, good stretch through this left side by driving into that left toe and extending this left hand out long. Big inhale. Exhale, left hand down. Pop off your left heel. Drop your left knee. Right hand on right knee. And we're just going to hang out here for a moment. We're just going to sway. Now from here, from these sways, you can definitely stay like this. You can always come down to a forearm if that would feel better. We're gonna find half splits from here. So come up onto those hands. Push the hips back as you flex the right toes towards your face. Keep that right hip directly above the right knee. I'm sorry, the left hip directly above the left knee. Just melt on over. Inhale, lunge back into that right foot. Tuck your back left toes, lift that knee on up, and meet me in your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, move to that left side. Exhale, left foot top of mat. Drop your right heel. Now as you inhale, really cartwheel those hands open. Big, big inhale. And then exhale, settle on in. Find your warrior two. I like saying find your warrior two because it could look different from my warrior two or their warrior two, or you know what I mean. So just find the one that works here. Feel this out for yourself. Make those mini adjustments once you find this present moment. Find this warrior two on your left side. Remember that you are strong, you are capable, you have every opportunity to be here with yourself. You pressed play for a reason, you went to your mat today for a reason, so what was that reason? Bring it back here. 2 deep breaths. Reverse your triangle, extend that left leg long, big inhale. And exhale, ride this exhale down to your side angle. Right hand goes nice and high. As much as you're kind of lunging into this left knee, you're also still activating this right leg, right? So ground into that big toe. Wake up the thighs a little bit here, wake up the hammy. Lightness through this whole torso. So yeah, our left forearm is supporting us. It's not doing all the work. So you're doing the work by activating a little bit, coming out of that, twisting from the torso as you gaze up or down. Now we're going to slowly start to unwind. So bring that right hand down as you pop off your right heel and you lift your left hand high while you drop your right knee. Heel toe that left foot if that feels good for you, and then just simply start coming into the hips a bit again. Coming down to the forearm if you did on the other side and if you have the space here. Slowly start to find your half splits. So bring the hands back to the mat. Push the hips back, let those left toes raise and flex them towards your face. You can always sway here if that would feel good. Just kind of breathe into the back of your left leg. Now go ahead and lunge back into this left foot as you tuck the back right toes, lift that right knee on up, and then come back to your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, inhale into your plank pose. Exhale, drop the knees, untuck the toes. Come back to a child's pose for me here. So keep your hands nice and long as that third eye, the middle brow, finds a home somewhere on the mat. And we're going to do our nice little lazy thread the needle. So it's our right hand. I want you to thread it up and under your left. And then bring your head back down. Heaviness through that right shoulder. Slowly start to switch. This mic is totally in my way here, so I'm gonna fake do this on my left side, y'all. So that left hand goes up over towards the right. Let those hips stay nice and heavy, driving them towards the heels. Slowly unwind both hands so they come up towards the top of your space. And we're gonna come right to our bellies. This is actually how we're gonna close out class. So if you would like to find a more traditional Savasana, please do so. Go ahead and come to your backs or find a seat. But if you wanna try the belly one, I want you to bring both hands on top of one another so your head can rest somewhere. And before we kind of settle in, I want you to kick the feet up towards the sky. Just windshield wiper the legs left and right. You would like make circles with the feet. Anything that feels good, anything goes here. And then when you're ready, you'll start to settle down here, right? So speaking to everybody who's in Savasana, just close your eyes, release the tongue from the roof of the mouth, and find a heaviness here. Find a comfort knowing that you're supported and you're secure here in this space. Now, if you're on your stomach, just be here on your stomach. And just take note of like, I heard this statement months ago, and it's something that still sticks with me every single time I close my practice out this way. It's like if you truly wholeheartedly think about this, we are the closest we can get to the ground beneath us, right? The ground is here. We are next to it. We're laying on it, laying on our Mama Earth. The soil, the grass, the rocks, the roots, everything supporting us, letting us walk on this strong foundation, building our strong foundation each and every time we're on our mats. It's kind of cool. So take what you can from that. Find some ease, let loose of some tension. Maybe it's in the shoulders. Come back to your nice steady breath. Remember what brought you here. Give yourself some gratitude for honoring yourself today, for finding time, for taking the time to be here. We all are busy. We can all use that excuse every single day, but we make it work if we want to make it work, right? So give yourself that satisfaction. Give yourself that gratitude today. And if you can, I will always encourage the longest Savasanas I could ever think of for you. So if you want to stay in that Savasana, please stay there. If you're closing out class with me, don't move. We'll just close just like this today. Thank you so much for tuning in, for flowing with me. I will forever be so honored to be even the smallest part of your yoga journey. Have a beautiful rest of your day.